Glad at the bottom. Yeah, refresh it. Yeah, refresh it. Yeah. Coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA BB who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10 again. Yeah, state your name. Big don't go flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass. Slab on everything. Swimming, you sinking away. Cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses. I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip I tossed that I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming. Coming in. Yeah.
Hey y'all, we be there in a minute.
I just wanna win. LA BB who we running with.
There's that chapstick over there.
I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. I'm active.
Kind of pinky, peachy, poorly looking color.
Off the rapping, keep it on my body. I'm broke if you ask it. Don't gotta sell them most y'all is flawless. Broken what's as longer than this foreign. Heard you want it cause it is enormous. What's in
look at that drawer and just give me one.
My last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know we're knocking on the door. This came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsche coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA BB who we running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win.
Hey y'all.
LA BB who we running with. Yeah. 2, 2, 3,
oh, okay, that's good.
10. Yeah.
Hey y'all. Let me cut that noise off.
Oh,
I did. I know. Excuse me, y'all. My lips were dry.
I'll be over there. I finish all of this.
Hey y'all. See if I can see everybody. Miss Karen, Victoria, Shamita. Hey, surprise. Shirley.
Surprise around the corner.
Miss anybody? Karen, Victoria. Hey, David.
Surprise around the corner.
That's what's up. Shamita, congratulations. I know. Okay, so let me tell y'all about this. So, because we on the bottom, it's cold down here.
It feels good.
So, it feels good most of the time. But you know, when you sitting and doing stuff like that. Hey, pretty boy. You get chilly. So I was looking on Amazon because I wanted a pink one, and I wanted a Snuggie, with a pink Snuggie, but I didn't have one. So I saw this. This is like I don't know. It's a cape jammy, but it keeps me warm. So since I'm talking to y'all, I was gonna put the hood on. Hold on.
Oh Lord, you about to be gangster.
I am the least gangster in this pink hood.
I ain't saying that.
So it is, Shamita. It is.
No,
I am the worst gangster. I got one of them too. But this one,
they about to go boxing.
Okay.
You ain't about to go boxing.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. My eye was itching.
We
look like a witch robe. I'll be pink with you today. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
In this corner.
So, what's going on, y'all? What is going on? It is Saturday. I'm only gonna be on here a couple of hours. I got to get off at 6 because after I close the live, y'all need to go over to Soulful Tea. She's doing bingo, so got to support Soulful Tea. The subject today is: do not take what does not belong to you. So we had a little
that's why I didn't go live last night.
Situation. So now, you know, with the lockdown order and everything, people staying in their houses. You're not going to your cars often. So I go to the car to go to To the truck. I'm sorry. I go to the truck to go to Walmart yesterday. And you know how you don't think about something. I knew it didn't look right, but I thought maybe Celia was in there looking for DC was in there looking for something. I keep and but then I said, no, she wouldn't have left all that shit everywhere. So I go get her, and somebody had broke into our truck. They went all through the both glove compartments, and she had some big speakers and what else in the back? Amplifier and speakers in the back. And so they took all of that. So they just kind of ransacked the car. So the truck, maybe they didn't. It's a vehicle.
If it was a car, everybody would be dead on the block. Everybody.
Well, I don't want you to die. Thank you. Yeah.
So that's why I didn't go live last night. I was in my feelings.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So I go. So and I'm like, now we didn't have this happen. We've been here, what, a month? Mm-hmm. Come on now. And they said it's been going on for, what, a couple months? Mm-hmm. Somebody walking around and breaking into people's cars. So, yeah, it was just a violation. And even though it's everything can be replaced and nobody was hurt, it still feels like, yeah, somebody touched my stuff. And, you know. You don't want to deal with that. So now we got to get a security system. And you would think with all these houses and all this stuff, thank you, Shirley. Thank you so much, guys. You think with all this stuff over here, at least one person had a camera. All these expensive cars and stuff in houses, ain't none of us got no camera. So we're going to do that. But I don't know. I mean, I understand what you try to be understanding and I try not to be mad with her so she won't continue to be mad. I try to be understanding, but I understand what it's like. Don't touch my stuff. You know, it's especially I don't know you. And I mean, come on now. I don't know. And you just I don't know. Sleeping shifts. Ain't nobody sleeping in those shifts. We're gonna sleep in bullets. That's what they're gonna get. This Virginia. This here is Virginia, and you can carry. Yep, and you can carry. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, everything can be replaced, but just don't. I don't touch my stuff. If I'm in here, we in the house, and you've been at work. You just been all day. You got this piece of cake that you've been waiting on. Just waiting on it. Everybody else to have some. You told everybody, don't touch my cake. I'm about to eat this when I get home. And then you get home and it's 3 crumbs sitting on the plate. And these are the people you love. You want to walk around and shoot the cake to them. But still, you know, on that short scale. So imagine you just, yeah, I understand unemployment is I get that. But most of these people, most of the time when you stealing stuff like that, they're not stealing for their family. They're stealing because they can. It's one thing. Hey, Sharon, it's one thing to steal some money to feed your family, to buy some diapers. Hey, Lonnie. Okay. All right. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to feed your family. It's nothing just to buy shit to steal shit just because you can. And that's what most of this is. You ain't feeding nobody with a speakers and amplifier. You gotta find somebody to buy that shit. Who you feeding with that? You can't pawn nothing. Ain't nobody taking nothing back. You can't take this shit to no store to take it nowhere. I don't think they realizing. Pawn shops, they not taking stuff. You can't even take your shit back to Walmart. You can return anything to Walmart.
Smash that like button, guys.
Okay. She said she in that car. She's gonna jump on when she in there. Hey, Brenda. So you see what I'm saying? I get the unemployment. I get doing what you have to do. I sit up there and lie. Brenda said, Barbara said, junkies find a way. I sit up there and lie to you and tell you I ain't did what I had to do to feed my folks. That being said, I ain't took nobody's shit. You don't rummage through nobody's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I just you feel violated, and then you pissed off, and then you mad, and then you sad, and then you want to cry, but you want to fight. You sitting there, don't know. I know junkies will find a way, but these ain't no damn junkies going through cars like that. Not in this neighborhood. We live where we live don't really have no projects and nothing like that. You know, because I've lived in places where they really don't have it out. Now they've been doing it. It looks like it is so many cars smushed into this neighborhood that we're in. It is so many cars and nice cars. So I guess you just walking around and seeing which car open and getting what you can, or I don't know. It might be teenagers. A few people said, one guy said he saw somebody outside. He decided to get a mortgage dog really late, and he saw somebody walking around with a hood on, walking through the cars, and I guess he just stopped. I mean, we've been robbed. I've been robbed before. Somebody kicked in my door. You feel some kind of way. It just does something. I was this wasn't even my money. I was cashier at a Shell station a long time ago. And my shift was the first and only overnight shift that I ever did for that place. Hey, Annie. So my shift started at 11 o'clock. At 11:30, this guy gonna come rob the store. He didn't get any money because I hadn't had any customers. It was 11 o'clock at night. So he got what was in the till. He got an armed robbery charge for $150. And he, because it kind of threw me off because he'd been in the store. And I guess he was in the store the week before. I mean, this was the weekend, and he was in the store like during that week. And I said, and he pulled a gun, took him. So I said, "You want the change?" He said, "No." I said, "All right." And he told me, "Get on the floor and count to 100. And for whatever reason, I could not count past 23. I counted 23 3 times, and I said, "Fuck, he's still there. I'm just gonna have to get shot at." So I got up, locked the door, called my manager. Call the police. Yeah, Barbara. Yeah. So when he pulled a gun on me, I was sitting up there. What pissed me off was, I'm like, you gonna risk my life for this little bit of money? And I mean, that's all it was. It was 100. It was whatever was in the till because I hadn't sold anything. You gonna risk my life and your life for $150? So I told him what he looked like. I remember. I don't remember what he looked like, or I remember my description of him. He was about DC color. He was about 6'4", had a short haircut. He had on all black. He had a black hoodie that he pulled up over his face. But I remember his eyes because he was flirting with me. How you gonna sit up there and flirt and try to holler at me and then come rob me on the weekend? So I don't know. So, and I described him. So, hey, Beverly. So the police, in their infinite wisdom, going to bring somebody for me to identify. Now I tell you what the boy had on. I tell you how tall he was. I even tell you what kind of gun it was. So I like guns, so I even tell you what kind of gun it was. So you bring me a boy. He had a Giants jacket on. I'm sorry. He had a New York Giants jacket on. That's another thing to help me remember. He had a Giants jacket on. So you gonna bring me a dude that ain't even 5'5", who got on a Pistons jacket and one of them Gumby haircuts, and by the black is 12 a.m. That's not what I described. That's not what I described. I'm like, and you gonna let him see me? I'm like, yeah. They brought him up to the store I was working in. They brought him up to the store. I'm like, I said, that's not him. You sure? I didn't describe. No, that's not him. So they took him back, and I had to go down to the thing. But it's I don't know. You don't want to be known as the person that can't nobody trust you around their purse. Can't nobody trust you around their jewelry. You can't go no further than the living room. Where you going? I gotta go to the bathroom. Go outside. Can't go up in my house. So, no. Hold on. Let me go back up. I have been robbed at gunpoint and my house is broken into. It feels like right. It does. It does. That is just, I don't know. That's just, I don't know. Keep your hands to yourself. Stop touching people's stuff. Just stop. Just stop. It's so much going on. And I really don't need you to be thieving at the same time. I don't know. It got me very discombobulated. I put it like that. So with everything that's going on, and you feel like times are getting better, and then all of a sudden you just go back and just get pushed back so far that it don't even matter. But you coming over here, man?
Yeah. I need that laptop.
Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. So anybody else have any stories about that? Oh, thank you, Shirley. Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat. Do you need me to unplug the thing?
Yeah, you unplug all that.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on the comfortable.
Hi.
Comfortable chair. Pray the shit don't fall all over the camera.
Yeah, that's good. Sit down. Sit down.
I gotta get my drink.
Oh. Yeah. So. Yes, and it is Mother's Day on Sunday to everybody who is a mother. Happy Mother's Day.
What's up, y'all? Let me see if I can sit. Slide the chair over, lady. Like we can sit like that together.
Coming in here trying to redecorate shit.
She tried. You gotta make space for me. Yeah. It was depressing though. So
Hey, what you touch?
I ain't touched nothing.
You made the screen move on.
Oh no, I just did that. That's all. Let me drink some water, some lemonade. How everybody doing?
Hey, Gwen. She got to get situated.
Yeah, right. But yeah. The actually she already said everything, but the police officer, he was really nice.
Gwen said, did you get the email?
What email? I gotta look.
Nah, she ain't got it yet.
I ain't look. Shoot, what I'm typing. Oh, to get in the laptop. You still I don't know what yeah. Here you go. Yeah, but I don't know if anybody else ever had that happen to them, but it just threw my whole evening. I was supposed to play music last night. I was just so disgusted.
Yeah. She ain't kissed me when she went to bed. She laid down, started snoring.
I was just disgusted, though. Hey, that wasn't on purpose, baby. So stop.
I know.
Because, when you work hard for what you have, and, it can be little things, but it's yours. And somebody, how you call it?
Just take it.
Just take your shit.
Mine.
So I have to go other alternatives because, like I said, I've been living out here in Virginia for over 20 years. And nothing never happened like this. Never. Not like this out of 20 years. I left the city in D.C. because of those type of things. Your car get broken in, shoot, twice a month, 3 times a month, maybe not that month, but the next month. That's why insurance was high as hell back then. So, like I said, if that happened to you, I just hope and pray it doesn't. Let me say, because I didn't like the feeling, and I still feel some kind of way. So, and it's sad because it's like you pay all this money, and that stuff been in my car for over
How long you had the car?
Over, like that's an 07. That truck is an 07. Mm-hmm. I got that stuff put in that car like 2010. Brittany was graduating out of high school.
So it's 10 years old?
Yes. So it's been in there for long. And the sad part is I don't play music in my neighborhood. No matter where I live, because growing up in the city.
I don't even think they heard it. I think they went through the car and they saw it back there.
Yeah, because they did a whole lot of messed up stuff.
What did they?
I mean, they trashed the whole thing. They took everything out the glove box. They took everything out the middle console thing. It was just stuff everywhere. The police, he took pictures and all. I got the claim number. But if you go through your insurance company, only thing the insurance, they're going to charge you $500 deductible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just a loss. Funny. What's that?
They put something in the head with a grape Snapple bottle.
Yeah.
See, I don't know whether I assume I always lock the door. I always lock the door when I get out the car. But I sit up there and lie to you that I'm 100% certain. But 99% of the time, I lock the door. It's habit. You know, just you lock the door automatically when you get out. So, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Still, it's parked in front of our house. Don't put your hands on for shit. Thank you so much, Mary. I'm sorry. Stop touching. You don't feel safe. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that anybody gonna come back. It's not to say that they would have even thought about coming to the house. It's just the point that I don't know. I think maybe I got probably just sensitive because of all the stuff going on, and we've been locked down, and maybe if I'd went outside, I would have caught it. You know, when it happened, or maybe they would have broke the window. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, because you can't see nothing in there. You can't see it. I can see it was wide open. I can see if I was playing it loud. I'm going to tell you when I play my music loud. When I'm away from the neighborhood, far away, because I like music.
You don't drive the truck anyway.
Not really.
And I don't turn that music. I don't turn it up like that.
You know, so it's crazy.
Nobody had all this cars and all these money, and none of us got no cameras. And we was talking about getting one.
That's the crazy part. He told us to put a camera, when we get our camera, put one over the garage facing the street, you know, so. But it don't matter because, I mean, the Charger stay in the garage, and then Brittany don't have nothing in her car. But actually, somebody broke in Brittany's car last year. Remember when somebody ran through her glove box, but she ain't had nothing in there?
I don't know.
And it's sad because it's like we live in a predominantly how you call that?
It's we live, and I guess you consider it an upper middle class neighborhood,
right?
So it's not like it's not like we're near anything. What it is that it's so. I don't know if one day we'll just take you around so you can see how many townhouses are in this area, and you can see how many cars are just clustered. I mean, we have 3. So the people next to us have 2. I think the people on both sides have 2 or 3 cars. I mean, I guess the law averages, they was going to find something.
Right. All right. I just wanted to get that going so I can put that in there. I'm good with this. Put this up. Yeah, but it's just.
Yep. I mean, that's the thing. We're going to get the cameras and stuff. And because I wanted what did I want for my birthday? A gun. We decided we are gonna get that for Christmas. Then we decided we just gonna get it whenever.
See, I'm not good holding those. I don't think I should have one.
Why?
Because that's the Taurus right there. Shit, man, whew, Lord, I'm not gonna say that on camera. What's up, Andy Johnson? Why you like that? You know me. Taurus pop up real quick. But it's just sad, you know. It's like you just don't. You wouldn't think.
Hide your kids, hide your children, hide your grandma, hide your wife. You stupid.
Who said that? I can't even see. Oh, pretty much so that.
Stupid.
There's a delay popping up over here. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It just popped up. That's why I drive.
Get a last cup and throw it on.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Hey, Leilani.
my whole
Hey,
thought,
y'all.
my whole thought processes
Hey,
went out the
Karen.
door yesterday evening. So that's like I said, that's why I didn't play music last night because I was pissed. I was mad. I never had that happen to me over 20 years, and I moved away for that reason because living in the city, shit, you can come out with no tires, no rims. You come out with no radio, and the only thing they probably didn't take the radio because I
This is
never.
stock factory.
I
Radio.
always. I'm gonna tell you about me. When I buy stuff for my cars, I never change out the radio. I leave it like factory so it don't look like it got something in it. You know what I'm saying? So, had that happened to you, Leilani?
Not directly to me, but I've had it, with other family members.
Mm-hmm.
But not me directly, no.
Who was that?
Well, I don't know. Well,
No.
Last year when I was waiting to get my oven chipped,
Yeah.
I went to work one day. I've been cooking in a little mini oven,
Okay.
I went to work and left the cleaning lady here. And when I came back home and it was time to cook dinner, the oven was gone. Like she took my Cuisinart.
Wow. Did you get
We didn't have an oven, and we had no oven at that time. Like the oven in the kitchen didn't work. I was waiting for the new one to come. And then they had to put it together.
Somebody long going on.
It was like, really? Like,
did you?
Really?
That's crazy.
Did you ever find it or?
Oh, she took that. She took it. It wasn't hidden. She took that.
No. I mean, did you ever find her? I mean, did you press charges or anything?
I didn't do anything. I was like, Karma take care of her, and then. I didn't even tell my papa what happened, but he told me a little while later that she had a really bad stroke and all kinds of other stuff. And I was like, I hope she gets better soon. That's all I can say.
Right. Yeah, because that's what I said this morning. I was like, karma get whoever's doing it, and they better be thankful like I used to be growing up. But I know one thing, I'm gonna get those cameras put on ASAP. Because we have like too many entrances, too many ways of getting in this house.
This is true.
I mean, we all home right now, but what if somebody watching? You never know.
Y'all, I went to go pick up our dinner, and this was sitting outside my door.
Oh,
Aww.
Who sent it?
My papa.
Oh, at least you know who sent it. I was about to say, oh Lord, they took your shit. Now they gave you
No, Papa always sends me flowers for Mother's Day.
I was about to say, how the hell they take your stove and bring you down flowers?
That's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like this. I'm like I said from the beginning. That's what always happened. Happy Mother's Day, love, Pop. Oh, that's nice. Oh yeah, I am surprised around the corner. I'm gonna do that. Definitely gonna do that. Cause it's like I said, it kind of threw me off yesterday evening, and for me to go through that, something I ain't been through since like 20 years ago. I even told the police. You know what I told the police? I told him, I said, look, sir. If I see somebody going in somebody's car and they run, will I get in trouble if I hit their ass? He said, hit them? I said, like literally with this truck right here, hit them. He said, well, you be helping us out, but we don't want you to go to jail.
Yeah,
I do have a camera now, though. I do have a camera.
Which cameras you have?
I have one right now. It's just the webcam. It's connected to the sensors and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so it's like aimed right outside my front door.
Okay.
So if you walk in, you walk out, I'm looking at you.
See.
I want to get one for like the back, but it's a glass door, but still I kind of want to get one for my backyard.
Right. And the crazy part about the whole situation, everybody nice around here. It's like you would never expect that. Even when we was living at the other place, you would never expect that to happen.
That's because whoever it was
It's
probably
a kid. I promise it's a kid. Some teenager.
They probably don't live around here.
Yeah, we got that surprise. We got a motion sensor light on the back right here. We got a motion sensor light right here.
That shit was funny. We was
you tell that story.
It was I watch scary shit. Y'all know that.
She watch scary shit.
All the time.
She watch so much scary stuff. She scared herself.
First of all, so somebody went to bed first and was asleep.
Oh, I gotta say somebody.
So I was in the bed and it was like 3, 4 o'clock. The light came on in the back. I was like, so it went off and I just waited. And then did it again, did it a couple times. And then one day I saw it. And we got the vertical blinds.
Yeah.
Vertical blinds on the patio door. And one of them was just moved just enough so I could see. And I could have sworn I saw something walking up stairs because we got stairs to go from our back patio to our back upstairs to the balcony. So I just I laid there in the bed looking like this.
She didn't wake me
up.
up.
I was looking through the. Well, whatever. I wasn't going out there to check. That's how horror movies start. See some shit outside, and then you go out there and check. Next thing you know, somebody chasing you with a mask and a butcher knife. So I'm good.
I'm gonna get a sawed-off shotgun.
Ain't nobody come in, so it was all right.
They won't do that no more. I think it's the animals though.
Hey,
we got a lot of animals running around.
Now, before my dad passed away, I really would see somebody walking by because it would be him.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I would have to and if he do it at the crate like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, you know, because he called himself because I had a restraining order against him. So he called himself, I'm gonna do it when she can't see me, and then she won't call the police because I'm there. No, I'm gonna call the police because it's 3 or 4 in the morning and somebody's walking past my window. But I have to remind myself that's him. Because it was a lot of mornings. I'm like, who that? Because you can hear the feet. Crunch, 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 like big old shadow going by. It's like, don't do that.
That's crazy. Barbara said, I had a so-called friend at my house. She took my Coach purse and forgot where she stole it at and came back to sell me my own purse.
Did you beat her ass?
I would have clocked that.
Did you beat her ass?
I would have.
Did you beat her ass?
That's crazy. Rico said, if I catch a person, I'm going to cut their fingers off, toes off. God damn.
Damn, Rico.
I don't know. I be seeing you I be seeing Rico on TV, not on YouTube.
Rico must be on one of them shows. I be watching my serial killers.
If you want to get on the panel and tell your story.
Barbara Williams said I beat that ass. I mean, bitch, are you high?
See, that's crazy.
So I've been robbed. Somebody robbed my house. Me and my sister was living there. Kicked the door in while everybody was at work. It was the 4th of July weekend. I was at work. Everybody was gone. They left me. And we had just got a puppy. I come in the house and I understand my sister is junky as hell. So hey, at first when I walked in, I was like, the police were like, did they move in? I said, hell, I don't know. This is my sister's room. I don't know. But they had everything was everywhere. They went in my room, stole my TV, stole all the TVs out of the house, stole 2 VCRs. Now, this was back in the day. This was before DVD players, so don't nobody say nothing funny, okay? Stole 2 VCRs.
Yeah, the VCR.
Yeah, because I had my TV was at the 20-inch TV with the VCR attached.
Okay.
So I had that, and then there was 2 other VCRs. So anyway, so they stole some jewelry and some change out of my roommate was staying there too. So everybody was gone. I had to call my cousin to come over there. Her husband came over there, stood with me while I got some stuff because I just got a hotel room. I wasn't staying in there. I got my dog and I got some clothes and I went to a hotel room.
Okay. But
they had kicked the door, and when I went up, it was dark. And let me tell you something. I can be bootleg as hell. My TV was still working, but you can't cut it off because you cut it off and might not come back on. Okay? So when I come past the house to get into the driveway, you had to go past my room.
Brenda said she still got one. Hey, Barbara.
And the light was out of my room, and I said, "Oh, them bitches and cut my TV off. I ain't even gonna be able to watch TV when I get in. I'm gonna go be in their room, right?"
Hey, Barbara Walker.
So I get in there, I get to that, and everything is pitch black. They done cut the lights off. See, because my folks would have left a light on. So I go up to the door, I pull into the driveway, go up to the door, and I see the door kicked in. I don't even push the door. Because for some reason, some told me to leave the car lights on and leave the car running. So I looked and saw that.
Left the car running.
I left the car running. I had a carport. We were in a carport.
I still want to let the car run. That'd be that getaway car.
But no, it wasn't like that. It was kicked in. So they didn't care whether or not somebody was there because they kicked the door in. But here's the messed up part. When I first pulled into my driveway, my neighbor, not the one directly next to me, but the one next to them, he was picking up change right there by our driveway. And I didn't think nothing about it. I just pulled in. I said, "Hey," and went up. And when I looked back, that nigga was gone. I was like,
"That's the one that kicked your door in."
Well, I see that now. You know, it was afterwards. I'm like, I said, "That's the dude that live over there."
Damn.
So I went to the hotel and I spent the night at the hotel, and then everybody came back. And come to find out, they had put our TVs. Cause how you gonna be a thief and you ain't got no getaway vehicle? You ain't got no getaway plan. They put our TVs behind the bushes that were in front of our house so they could come back later. The cops found them. So they took our TVs back in the house. The person who stole the VC, I guess it was the same person. So he walking around at 3:00 in the morning through the neighborhood trying to sell these 2 VCRs. He come up on my cousin, who has nice and politely had a gun up on the seat. Somebody walking up on him at 3:00 in the morning. He was like, "Some dude tried to tell me 2 VCRs." He said, "I reached under my seat, pulled out my gun, and he walked out."
You supposed to got the TVs back.
They put the VCR. I don't see. Here's my thing. You a criminal and you trying to steal some shit. You ain't got no plans. Cause okay,
he was a whole crackhead. That wasn't no criminal. That was a crackhead. He ain't think nothing through.
So I get this. What I'm trying to tell y'all. You ain't got no plan. You ain't got no getaway plan. You ain't got no snack or shit. You ain't got nothing. You just go home.
He didn't think nothing through. That's why it was 3:00 and he was already trying to find somebody to steal something.
Put the TVs. He didn't even move the TVs to his yard. He put the TVs behind the bushes in front of our house.
They was heavy.
Did these y'all TVs right here? I said, "Sure is." Come and find out he had stole my roommate's gold, jewelry, and her. That's what he was doing, picking up the change his ass to drop. From the change that he stole out my roommate room. I don't know what he stole from my sister. And he took my TV. So we got all our TVs back. And got the VCRs back. Because then the dumbass couldn't find nobody to sell them to. So he just gonna sit the VCRs in the back of somebody's truck. And the dude took the VCRs to the police station. He said, "Cause I don't want to do this."
Wow.
So he rode the VCRs to the police station. The police called us, said, that's my roommate, called her and said, "We got your VCRs." What kind of regular ass criminals don't even have no way to run away? That's the first thing you do.
I never had nothing.
PSA, this is a public service announcement. If your ass is planning on being a criminal, the first thing you should do, the very first thing you should do, once you make that decision, is to have an actual escape plan. Don't just go in somebody's house and think you're gonna be able to keep going back and forth with everybody.
Now, the only thing happened to me.
Sacking shit up outside somebody's house like you the moving man. What the hell is wrong?
This happened to me in the 80s. I had an 87 Volkswagen Jetta. Something about cars. I done had 7. The Charger makes 7 cars.
I don't want the camera, y'all. My bad.
So the my Charger needed my Volkswagen Jetta needed a transmission. So the lady my mom was a daycare provider back then. Her husband was a police officer, and he knew this guy that, work on cars versus going to the dealership. So I take it to the guy, and he was like, "It's going to cost you about $800. I'm like, "Okay, I got you." Because keep in mind, I'm living at my parents' house. I ain't paying no bills, my car, I got my car and everything. But I took it to the man. He said he could fix it, gave him the money, left the car, right? 2 weeks go past, right? Because he said it only gonna take a week. 2 weeks is going into the second week. I go looking for my car. The guy said,
"Hey, Raphael."
The guy said somebody stole my car, right? So
that's the one riding around in your car.
So hold on. So I told him, I need my money back. He said, well, I don't have your $800. So back then, back in the day when you wore those big old black coats with the furry hoods, them big. Mm-hmm. So it was me, my brother, and 3 other people. We went up there with our hoods on. We like, you gonna give us our $800 back? He was like, wait, let me just call my sister. Let me call my daughter. Let me call somebody. Don't do nothing to me, because we was all in this house deep, right? I said, I need my $800 right now. So his daughter his sister didn't make it, but his daughter got there like bam with the hold on, there go Rico. The daughter got there real quick with the $800, right? So I had to go file a police report that my car was gone. So I got my money, went to file a report, and so happened I told my brother, let's just drive around. See, we went all the way on the other side of the hood, nowhere near where we live, on this little main parkway thing. I see my car sitting right there. They took all of the bolts off, but they couldn't take the locks off. They were trying to get my rims because I had low profiles on them. So my brother was like, we're not going over there to get that car. I said, yes, we are. We get this car. He said, well, we call the police. I said, no, we're going to get this car. I told you back then, I was a little crazy. I done calmed down now. I'm nowhere near back when I lived at DC. So my brother called the police, and they brought a tow truck, and I waited, and then they took the car to the dealership. Because I said, just take it to the dealership, because I got to call my insurance company. So my insurance paid for the transmission and paid for everything they broke. And I had my $800 in my pocket. Yeah, I don't play that. So that's why I was saying, when they took the shit out of my car, my truck, I was having motion like roller coaster. I was like, nope.
I mean, you can be emotional shit. My thing was yesterday. All right, when only one person in the partnership is going through something, the other person try to be supportive, but sometimes you don't want to hear that shit. So I mean, not to be ugly. I mean, the reality is, if she going through something, I'm not going through that same thing. I got to be there for her. So you try to say stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, it's gonna be okay, baby. She said, what? I said, well, fuck it, maybe it's not. I don't know. So I said right then and there, I said, I'll be here if she need me. Well, I'm gonna sit my black ass over here, shut the fuck up. Because sometimes you just need to shut it up. I mean, because
I was a little pissed. I was trying to take it out on nobody in the house.
I didn't mind that, because I know she has to process her situation. I know that she's different than me. Sidmo, I know she's different than me, but you try to be there, you know what I'm saying? I said, it's gonna be okay, but what you said? I say shit. I don't know. It's gonna be fucked up for the rest of the day, I guess.
She was like this. Do you want me to stay to the police? I said, no, just go. Just go.
Yeah, she was fussing at me like, I was like,
just go.
So I went, and then I go to Sam's. No Sam. Sam's got a line. They're letting 2 people in at a time. I'm like, Sam's is 7 billion goddamn square feet. Ain't nobody touching nobody in Sam's. Now in Walmart, where you can barely get 6 feet apart or anything, they just walking in. You got and it was raining, and the old people had to stand in line, and it was an old lady. I didn't tell them they could go in. So I sat there for a minute. Look, I'm not about to wait in this line. I go in Walmart. My knee was bothering me so bad, but they didn't have one roller cart. So I was walking them, I was doing what I did, got what I needed. So I called her, tell her something.
You said, do you want
it sure is taking you a long time. Nigga, did you put me out of the house?
She I ain't mean it like that. I was just very emotional and messed up that somebody actually broke in my truck.
My husband, ex-girlfriend, had someone take off 4 tires off his car and then put them on blocks. Well, he should did what he was doing.
That's crazy.
Oh, that is hilarious.
So
put him on blocks. Well, I bet he won't do whatever the hell he was doing no more.
I'm sorry, I gotta show y'all this.
Oh, I saw that. That was killing me. I was like, whoever did that shit was making the stallion to see who was doing it because it was so seamless. And I was like, it is so.
I was having to look down and I'm like, wait.
Steve Harvey face on making the stallion while she was rapping the song. I'm sitting there going,
that's crazy. So Rico,
that is how bored Rico on there.
Rico, what happened to you when I stole from you?
I had my truck stolen from me. But I was often led back to them. They didn't get far. One person got wounded. But I ain't mean to shoot him, but I've been just taking my stuff. That's what happened.
First of all,
I'm crazy. I'll pop you.
First of all, he said,
and I have license to carry too.
See, we do too.
First of all, he said somebody got wounded. Let's forget all the rest of what he said. He said, hold on. He said somebody told my. This is how you said it, Rico. Hold on. This is how you said it. Hold on. Somebody stole my truck. They ain't get far though. Somebody got wounded. I'm going, like we were going to ignore the fact that we were the captain. He was still you go all over the shooting shit to it. Somebody got wounded. They shouldn't have took my truck.
But you know what make it so crazy though? But when I had shot, I forgot I put pumpkin heads in it. I had pumpkin heads. There was one shot. It popped a hole straight through the door.
Damn.
Got it.
It wasn't wounded.
But it didn't get the other person. Huh?
They were shot.
Yeah, I call it wounded. I mean, he still get to live.
Wounded is when the bullet grazed your ass as it's going to shoot somebody else. You shot some damn body.
Or the glass is shattered, kind of hit you a little bit and scratch you.
Yeah, ricochet. You know what I'm saying? No, Rico. They weren't wounded. They were shot.
And the bullet came with shrapnel from the door. He was double wounded. Yeah, he was
shot. He was shot his ass with the double and a bullet. He in the hospital trying. That's some shit he couldn't even tell nobody. He was like, I stole that shit. There's a piece of it in him. Y'all don't understand. Rico said that shit. Oh, they got wounded. No.
They got shot.
Oh, that's funny.
They probably watched the video somehow. That's that dude that shot me.
I bet his ass won't say shit to Rico about it. I bet he won't confront Rico.
You can shoot that
truck. The next time we be sitting up there talking about the video, we gonna say, well, yeah, they shouldn't have got dead. I mean, as he cleaned his ass down, they shouldn't have did that shit.
Barbara said he didn't need it.
Even his family was going, we told you to leave people's stuff alone.
Hey, that's what the sign should say. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. I ain't mean for him to get wounded.
I'll be right back. I gotta take this cake out the oven.
Oh, put that shit on damn bumper sticker.
Rico, you better
Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey. I'm sitting up there. It's just the way he said it.
Rico, you better patent that.
Everybody else is sitting up there talking all, this all Billy badass. Not Rico. They got wounded. 1 minute.
I want to know what that comes.
That was hilarious. Shit, you should be still. Look him. You liable to catch bullets, machetes, dogs, Crazy people ain't no telling you. Let me tell you something. I get it. Some people are criminals, yay. Whatever.
Make sure y'all
You don't know who the hell house you going to see. That would be my thing. You know what I'm saying? That be my thing. You don't know who house you going into. I watch too much crazy shit anyway. I've been messing around and try to burgle a serial killer house. Fuck around, be a victim. You don't know who house you're going into. You don't know what you're doing. Keep your hand. Oh, man. It's like I tell Nick, don't be. I'd rather for you to be the dude that they say want to fight all the time than the dude to steal. Because nobody want no thief around. You know what? That's messed up, though. You'll take a drug dealer. Hold on. You'll take a drug dealer, a killer. When somebody say they steal, you like, And that's messed up. If you below the drug dealer and the killer, hell, a serial killer.
That's what I be trying to explain to Shaylin, because that's her new thing. She trying to be sneaky and take stuff. I'm like, you can't be a thief. Ain't nobody gonna like you if you're a thief. You can't be a thief. You gotta chill. You gotta don't do it.
Yeah, I'm a killer.
I got people in the family who, if they come over, you gotta sit and watch. Where you going?
That's
the bathroom right there.
You ain't going up in my house.
Nope.
That's why it's not worth stealing nothing. Don't go ahead and buy it. Cause I got a bad habit.
If you want to everybody going to the store and they be like, I ain't going with them. They can't go to the store with me. You don't be a person. Like,
everybody sit up there, and people are tripping nowadays. You go in the stores nowadays trying to steal. You got hourly employees acting like they the FBI tackling folks at the door. I'm not about to be bothered with that. I'm not about to be bothered with what's his name? With Steve having a bad day at work and want to tackle my ass because of a damn lipstick. No, that's what they doing. Stop.
That's crazy.
Just stop. It's enough. It's just enough going on. I thought you had the computer. What you had the computer for if you ain't looking at it?
No, I think I'm too tight up in here.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, babe.
No, Rico was telling his story. I want to know what the outcome was.
Oh yeah, what's the outcome? He said he got his truck back.
The outcome of what? Well, you come out the guy who I shot in the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, he lived, but he went to jail. Both of them went to jail. But I was just mad because I shot a hole in my truck. That's the only thing I was upset about. The police did not understand why I was so upset. They said you can get that fixed. No, you don't understand. That was custom made. I had to pay more money for what's in the inside of that truck. Then it got stolen this second round. I said, oh, well. I said, I ain't buying no more vehicles until I move.
Damn.
That's how it was. That's how it was living in DC.
They stole my Camaro like that. They stole the one toward the steering column to make it move because I had a 1988 5-speed Camaro with a 6-cylinder engine. Mm-hmm. And I had moved to this neighborhood that was very, very quiet during the day. But clearly, I should have brought my ass up there at night. So I had my car was parked out front, and I didn't lock it because if anybody know about Camaro, y'all know that they got 4 windows. That's it. Big ass front window, 2 big side windows, and back. I didn't want to have to pay for no window. And where I was living at one of the best neighborhoods, so I'd rather for you to just go in the car because they stole my radio out the car. They stole the factory radio that didn't work out the car.
That's crazy. You just made them.
That's probably why they came back, stole the car. So then they stole the car, found the car. The police said, "Do you want to just get your car? You ain't got to worry about a police report." They didn't want to write a police report or anything. Found the car, but they had tore my steering column. So I didn't know how to turn the car back on with the screwdriver that the cop did. So I locked up my door, and I had my mechanic was gonna come get the car the next day. I locked the doors, thinking I'd be all right. No, they bust out the one that stole it again.
It was after that car.
Oh, let me tell y'all something. This just happened. Let me see. It was in March. Guy was in the backyard doing something. I turned the lights off, snuck out there to help him to break in whatever he was breaking in the backyard. I said, "Hey man, I want to help. Come on, let's just do this." He looked at me like I was crazy. I said, "Come on, now let's really do
It's
this.
your house?
Whatever you trying to get in."
He was breaking
Because
into
I'm
your
gonna
house?
tell you, no, he was in the backyard trying to grab something in the backyard, and it had a latch on it. And I said, I want to help him. I said, once we get this, I'm gonna kick your ass because you in my backyard. And how would you like to have this? Just like that. I ain't bite my tongue. That boy said, but this your yard, but you helping me. Yeah, I want to do whatever you doing. Come on, let's go rob your mama's house. Come on, let's go.
Let's go rob your mama's house.
He thought I was insane.
No, I'm gonna tell you something. My brother.
Somebody stole my glass door. What?
Your glass door.
They
Wow.
stole the door?
Oh,
That's all I wanted was a door.
God damn, where that door at?
Wait a minute, that door got gold around it or something? What's
$6,000.
special?
Maybe he had to.
Maybe one of the big slide doors.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
ever saw somebody taking your door off the door?
I don't know. I mean,
Wow, off the
thieves
house.
are a bitch. They'll come up there with a moving truck
Yeah, they will.
and won't nobody pay attention to it. They'll come up there with a moving truck and move shit out the house like they work for what's the moving beacon, whatever.
I know my brother. My brother had a Honda Civic hatchback, right? And every time, and he lived in Maryland, and he would park his car. They lived on a hill, and someone would always break in his car because he had a low rider, he had bass in there, he had a truck horn in there, he had everything in there, and they just kept on trying to steal his car, right? Till one day, you know, back in the day when you put those cover seats that got the fur on it, and you just put it over your seat. So he took a plywood, square plywood, and put him a whole bunch of nails in it, and then he slid that underneath that the seat covers. Mm-hmm. So when they try to break in again, and they slam right on them nails. They ain't touching. Oh. He used to do booby traps all the time to his car. I used to laugh. Yeah,
I have a cousin who used to put electricity to her doorknobs.
Damn.
She would like wire up her doorknobs at night.
Shit.
Like if they grab the door, I was like, oh, shit. She used to do that when her son would be late for curfew. She'd do it to the door when her son hadn't come home. She'd be like, I hope he see the spark and don't grab that door because he should have come home on time. She crazy.
I see that.
25K.
Crazy.
Good no.
I see that, but I mean, I ain't mad at her.
That's crazy.
I ain't mad at her.
Like he should have been home at midnight.
Should have been home. Shit. You know your mama crazy.
I like that though.
My brother put them nails on that plywood underneath that little car seat cover. I bet you they hopped in and screamed and got the hell up out of it.
They left DNA too. You could have turned them in.
I gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. Shh, don't tell nobody. Shit.
Yeah, okay. So Rico, what happened? What happened after the dude? Oh shit! Watch the cord on that thing because I don't want me and Nick fighting to get that out no more. What happened to the dude that wanted to be in the yard though? After you said you want to rob your mother's house?
Oh boy, I had a long conversation, at least 30 minutes, and that's when I bust out. I said, "What you breaking into? It's nothing in there, cause I locked that up a long time ago, and so you in my backyard, so ain't nobody back here." And then I grabbed him just like this, and I put the gun up to his head. I said, "Now, is this really important to break in whatever you want? Because I'm crazy to take your head off." What? Don't shoot me.
How old was this?
He said, all I'm doing is looking just to get money, just to be high. I said, I tell you what, I'll make you high. You'll never do whatever you are doing. He said, man, you crazy. Yeah, and I'm a YouTuber too. I'm a nut.
That's crazy though. People would try. I still can't get over the lady that took Leilani's stove. What's up, Raphael?
Huh? What? Right
The lady took
right out of your house, Leilani?
Excuse me.
A mini stove.
What up?
Countertop stove.
What's up, Raphael?
What up, Raphael?
You grew in your days, anybody stole from you?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. My cousin.
They stole yes from you. Oh.
Raphael, you know
My cousin. Like, so one day we had this big party, right? For my grandmother. We had this big party. My grandmama was turning 88 or 89 at the time. So everybody showed up for my grandma's birthday. My cousin Auntie Sharon, everybody showed up. But my cousin Auntie, the reason why I mention my cousin Auntie Sharon is because she got a son that steals. So later that everybody leave. The next day, I wake up, because I tell my cousin like, "Hey, watch my stuff while I go use the bathroom or whatever." Because if you got a cousin that steal, you on alert. So I told my cousin to watch my stuff, and she was standing there. I said, "Cousin, please, I just got to use the bathroom for a few seconds." He came. He came in my room looking around. I was like, "Hello, how are you?" And they called him Buddy or whatever. I was like, "Hey, how are you?" He was like, "I'm good. I'm cool." He went over his own cousin, my own cousin's house, and we call him Poonie. But he went over to Poonie house and stole all of their electronics, all of their stuff. So the next day, my sister told me to go and check in my drawers and stuff to make sure that he didn't steal anything. And I check and I'm looking, and I was like, I can't find my PSP or whatever. Cause back in the day we used to have PSPs. I know some of y'all
I still got
younger people don't know about that. But I used to have a PSP. And I told her I can't find it or whatever. And she said, and my sister, she came over and she was like, "Buddy took it." I was like, "Oh, okay." But it's just Jack. I feel like I don't feel bad about my stuff, even though it was just a PSP. I feel bad for my cousin because it's like, why would you go over your old cousin's house where everybody is over celebrating my grandmother turning 88 or 89? Why?
Right. That's when they do it when everybody over there because I think you're not looking.
And then the police officer said that his foot tracks in one of his shoes. They found one of the shoes. I was like, he an idiot.
He's bad, Robert.
He ain't even doing right. So ever since then, when he come, if he I don't live with family no more. But if he ever come to this house, I'm gonna be watching him like a hawk.
Right.
Because I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I had a cousin.
Steal from you.
I got a cousin. She is a butterfinger like a baboon stick. Let me tell you something. So my uncle said let her use the bathroom. I said, okay, no problem. I let her use the bathroom. Then I said, I told her, I said, whatever you do, I'm gonna leave the key in the door, lock the door. But see, I play this move because I know how she is. So I said, let
Okay.
me go somewhere and set up the camera so I can see this. This chick went in my bedroom,
We doing real talk.
got jewelry, a couple watches, and some stuff. I stood right there when she came out. I said, you know what? If you don't empty out your pocket, so help me God, nobody ain't gonna be able to find you. They'll say you came upstairs to use the bathroom, but you're not leaving back out normal. You got
Dang,
either
that's
put
jacked
everything
up.
down, put everything down. Because I said one thing, I don't like a thief. If you gonna steal, you gonna lie. So I don't, I don't want to be bothered. So she's talking about, I don't got nothing. What you talking about, Rico? I said, you know what? Cameras don't lie. Now, when you walk past, you should have seen the camera. That for one. The camera was noticeable.
That's
I
funny.
showed her, and I said, this is the camera. I said, look at this. Look at this. Oh, that wasn't me. That is not you.
Did you show her the tape, Rico?
I showed her on my phone. I showed her on my cell phone. I said, you mean this not you? Then who is this? Oh, I don't know who that person is. But that's not me.
Right.
I like
But it's kind of crazy how your own family member, would do something like that.
yeah.
Or a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
But you know what, dog?
even my family member to just steal from his own cousins, including me. I'm like,
Y'all should.
I'm like,
Oh, y'all.
But you know what though? But them the same ones always got their hands out, want you to get them something, or you having
exactly,
a
exactly,
social party
Rico.
or something. They want to come over. No, no, no.
No,
Keep your
no,
finger ass at home because I
and
don't do that.
that's why my grandmother, my auntie Sherry, she got mad at my grandmother because my grandmama said, "No, I'm not babysitting. I babysit Priscilla. That's her daughter." But I'm not. Buddy can't come over here because if he steals something, I'm gonna go off. And she got mad and she was like, I'm not bringing them over there no more." And my grandma was like, "Okay, bye." I was like, "Dang."
Yeah.
I was like, "Dang."
Yeah, but
I didn't, and that was the first
Don't never
time
play
I ever
basketball.
seen my grandmama like that before. She was like, I'm not going through it because like." And I got where she was coming from, but it's just like, dang. Because my grandma never did that before. I never seen my grandma like that.
yeah, because grandma knows. Grandma ain't stupid.
Mhm.
I just can't get over how just people walk in your house and just steal. That's kind of ludicrous. It's like you're gonna eventually know what's missing, and you're gonna know who was in there last. So
Yeah, that's the thing. And nobody besides my grandmama 88th birthday party and all that stuff, nobody else would steal from me. They'll ask me or my nephew that he'll ask me like, "Hey, can I borrow this game real quick and I'll bring it back," and they'll bring it back to me. But he stole my PSP and I was so mad.
right.
And even my grandmama, she was just like, "Why? What was the purpose?"
Right. That's the question. Why do people? I mean,
That'd be my question.
I don't understand why people do it. But then I do because, like, when I lived in DC back 20 something years ago, and I used to notice how people hang out and they pay attention and they go in your house. And if you're not paying attention back then, you trust people. You didn't think nothing of it until you notice it's gone. You know what I'm saying? So where I lived, we was in a middle class high rise apartments that went up to the 12th floor. But then we had projects on both sides of us. I don't know why they put middle class in between projects, but those people would come over and steal.
They would come over and steal. And I think because people, they look at you and they wish they had what you have and they know they can't get it, so they just rather steal it from you.
But I believe, but DC, don't you think? Because I've been one of them type of people that have walked into a store and I'm like, I want to get this. I really want this. But then I think about the consequences that come behind that sort of thing. So I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna save up the money and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get it,
Yeah, let me
no
tell
matter
you.
what.
I'm gonna tell you a quick story. One of my exes had 3 boys, and the oldest one at the time was 13. And for some reason, he would steal my stuff, and his mother wouldn't believe him until one day she went to school because he got in trouble at school, and she
Hmm.
goes in his locker, like a whole school year almost over with. All my stuff was in his locker, right? And I used to tell him, if you keep stealing as you get older, you're gonna have some bad repercussions come behind that, right? So
Right.
we had broke up, whatever the case was. She moved somewhere else and left her boys here with her dad. But the point was, I get a call. Now he was 13. I get a call when
Hmm.
he was like 23, 24, something like that, from his mother.
Hey,
And his mother said, he want to know, can you put some money on his books? I said, what'd he do? He stole from Circuit City when Circuit City was back, when that was open. He was stealing TVs and selling them because he was working there. So he get caught. So now to this day, like the 2 youngest one that speak to me, he won't speak to me because of the simple fact that I wasn't there for him because he was stealing. I wasn't going to do that and condone it to you after I told you when you was a kid what can happen.
And I used to, and you know what? Quick story. I used to tell my cousin because my cousin she started stealing at a young age, and I used to tell her like, "You are going to get caught." Now they live in Oak Park down here in Michigan, and I told her I'm like, cousin, you need to stop this. This is not gonna be cool because you gonna get caught up and you gonna get locked up to the point where either you gonna be on probation or you gonna be. She was like, it's just little harmless stuff. I said, that's how it starts, cousin. Whether you know it or not. That's how it starts. The look, the little nail polish and the little anything. So I I talked I I talked to my auntie again, and my auntie like, guess what your cousin did? I'm like, what? She done went to Walmart and stole and she got locked up. So now I gotta go to probate court. And I said, Auntie, I've been trying to talk to my cousin. Like I've been trying to talk to her. So she got on probation and she's still doing it to this day. And I'm like, what are you doing? When are you gonna wake up?
That's
Like
You
I
know,
don't understand it.
I,
what's
I have I have a question.
Sure.
I have a question to ask.
What's up?
If you're gonna
Okay.
get in trouble and you know you're gonna get yourself in trouble and you go to jail, why do you want to party if you get out? I feel like if you went to jail and you want to have a party because you've been in there, be happy you out. Because I am not giving you no party. I ain't giving you no money. Just
Right.
be
I
happy
ain't
you're
giving
happy
you no
ass
gift.
out of jail. Because
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that. They
I don't know why
celebrating
people do
for
that
what?
either.
I believe in karma.
I never understand that.
I believe in karma.
I
And
never.
what you do to people will come back to you 10 times harder. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what I believe in. You do what you're doing now, but watch what happens later on. It might not happen to you. It might happen to a closer relative,
Hmm.
or it come later on in life. You just don't know.
Yeah. And
So
I just could never under. And I used to talk to my cousin on a constant. Mary used to talk about this. I used to be like, you, you have to stop this. And she would just not listen to me. Same, you know, it's just crazy how this generation just come up and they think that, oh, I can just go steal the little itty bitty stuff, and I'm not, nothing is going to happen to you. And I just don't believe that. Like it's been times where they've mistakenly given me things at Walmart,
Bless you.
and I'll look at it on my receipt, and I'll go back and I'll pay for it. And she was like, "Do you know that you're the only person that would ever do something like this?" I said, "Well, it's gonna come back to haunt me if I don't." So,
Right. You got a conscience.
yeah.
I couldn't think of that. I was just listening to you.
We just talk about how people are stealing on the same topic. Because it's crazy how people just do things and they don't think nothing. And it all this conversation stemmed to somebody broke into my SUV and stole my 2 box speakers and a amplifier and ramshacked the glove box and everything.
Was this recent or was this a long time ago?
It was yesterday, and I just found it strange.
What? I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it kind of. I was supposed to play music last night, but my brain was. I was just so like distraught. But I'm just glad, I still had a truck. All right, but it's just the principle. You touched my stuff. You took my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get you like a crowbar and put on your steering wheel.
Well, they can try to take the
They
truck.
just took stuff in the truck.
Yeah. Well, whatever happened, the case was the officer said, and the 2 residents that live around the corner, they were like saying it's been going on for 2 months. They're not taking cars. They just breaking in and getting what they can get.
Oh,
that sound like young boys.
Well, that's what
yes.
the said.
And they go end up spending the rest of their life in jail or in and out, because that is ridiculous. And like I just said, it's been times where I've been at stores and or I'd be like, I'll go back and pay for it, or they'll just let me back. But it don't matter. I go back and I be like, hey, I need to pay for this, and they be like, they looking at me like I'm crazy. But still,
You know what? They got some stuff you could put in your vehicle, because I remember having it a little while back. It's like smoke, but it don't make your car stink. If someone get in it, but it will make you cough really bad. It make you want to get out of that car, forget whatever you are trying to steal. I can't think of what that stuff called. I wish I had a bottle of it here, but I don't.
Rico is a killer. Y'all
I am not a killer. I just think ahead of.
Rico
all I'm saying is, if you see Rico,
don't mess with him. Rico, you my
just
boy.
Rethink that
you
shit.
my boy, Rico.
Rico says it's a gas
and
that
that's
make you call if you put in the. Well, you got to put in your car. I'm like, wait a minute, somebody paying attention to the fact that Rico done told y'all 13 different ways how to kill somebody. Y'all heard that?
Yeah, but yeah, that's my fear about getting me a ride, because I live here in Detroit, and where I live at, somebody tried to break into one of my staff cars. So it's like I'm fearful. I don't got my license and stuff yet, but I'm fearful about when I do make that next step, like to get me a car and somebody just steal. Even if you just lock it up or put the smoke bomb in the car, like Rico was saying, they'll still take it. It's just like,
No, they ain't gonna be able to take it.
what do you mean?
They ain't gonna be able to take it.
Rico, they don't
Trust me. This stuff used to, when I had my car in Florida and I used to see people car get broken into, this stuff at instant just breaks loose in the car. And you can't see nothing. You can't see what's in front of you, on the side of you. You know, to touch the door and just get out.
So it's like tear gas.
He got some stuff.
Yeah, almost like tear gas.
Rico got some military stuff
Hey,
over there.
Reno.
Yeah, that's some military stuff right there.
You gonna get out with some tear gas.
I mean, but
told
to just go ahead and say, I'm not trying to say I'm bragging, but it comes from a long time experience in martial arts. I've been in martial arts since I was 4 years old. I taught martial arts. I own my own.
I thought that,
two
but I wasn't. I didn't want to assume.
Before I moved up here in Cleveland, I taught martial arts. I mean, I really enjoyed it. So
I talk crazy.
But we can work together on that.
Yeah.
This one here, Lisa's quiet, but then I'm like, okay, yes, I ain't gonna do nothing.
First of all, I don't do nothing.
No. You don't do nothing.
Hold on.
But at least we all got a little bit of crazy and it's just
you be cooking everything. So all your weapons is your fork, your knives. Something is gonna be thrown at us. Maybe a ball of fire. Something's gonna be thrown.
I don't know. I see. My thing is this. No, I'm good now. I'm older. I don't do all that crazy stuff no more.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Lisa, we all.
Cause no, she right. I will cuss you out. I don't,
she
see, the thing is, I don't sit up there and wait till I'm mad and then let it marinate. And then
that's me. That's me. I let it marinate.
I'm not about to. I'm not about to let it marinate. I'm not about to have no heart attack. I'm not about to have no stroke. I'm not about to hold my tongue. Forget that.
That's the difference between me and you. I wish I could be. I wish I could be
sometimes,
just.
Let me tell you something, Raphael. I'm gonna get up close on you. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Sometimes, don't matter who it is. Sometimes, motherfuckers need to be cussed out. A boss, spouse, your children, don't matter. Sometimes you just need.
See, Lisa.
And you can't.
Lisa, I got that part in me, but I don't let that part of me come out until I'm fed up.
See, you can't wait till you fed up because then you're going to snap on the wrong person. You going to snap on the right person right now. You ain't got to worry about the wrong person. Whoever started that shit, don't start no shit you can't be in.
Yeah,
now I'm too old to be doing all that arguing. I hate all that fighting and stuff because it does not do anything. It does not accomplish anything.
Yeah, I get it. But as I'm getting older, I'm learning how to speak up a little bit better. I still need to work on that because it's like sometimes some people can just do some stuff and I'll be like, you know what? Or my staff can do some stuff and I'll be like, you know what? Today, and I'll be like, okay, I'm just gonna let it fester. And even my provider say, he said, you will wait until you get fed up and then be like, and then call me. He like, you need to say something right then. I definitely get it. But I don't know why I'm like that. And maybe
and there's nothing wrong with you being nice, and there's nothing wrong with you being sweet, there's nothing wrong with you trying to not show out. But here's the thing. People will take advantage of that. And if we live in a world where
people do every day, people take advantage of my kindness.
If we lived in a world where people actually paid attention to people being kind and people respect the kindness, then you wouldn't have that problem. We don't live in that world. We live in a world where people think they're entitled to everything, think they're entitled to whatever they want, and think they can say to whatever they want. No, the hell you can't. I don't give a damn who you are. Who the hell you think you're talking to?
See,
the first thing, let me tell you how you start, Raphael. You start with a question. When they doing some crazy shit, just look at them. Ask them, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck do you think you gotta, and sometimes you gotta cuss. I'm not talking about saying darn and gosh and none of that shit. I'm talking about sometimes cuss will do, and that's how you gotta say it. You gotta say it as much as you want to, and you gotta say it however you can. You can make a whole sentence with just one word. Fuck.
I
You
do
know,
that.
I
Do
know
that,
where you coming
but
from,
it
Lisa.
take
You
me
know what?
it take me until the very last point, and then I just boom, and then then everybody be like, calm down, Romeo, calm down, it's okay.
You ain't
Yeah,
gotta raise your voice. Let me tell you something. You don't raise your voice because if you raise your voice, the other person raises their voice, and then it becomes a battle of who can be louder in front of people. You don't want that. I don't have to raise my voice because nobody else. When I ask you, I'm gonna ask you who the fuck you think you're talking to, and that's just how I'm gonna do it. And
yeah,
that's
like
the end of the discussion because they're gonna look at me and go, "Wait, what?
yeah,
Oh,
I
you
have to do that with this teenager sometimes.
want
Sometimes she just don't get my normal talking anymore, and I have to cuss.
You
And then
have
she
to
be like,
ask them because they think that you because you're nice and sweet and then da 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 da. But guess what? No, some days, no, get the hell away from me. What is wrong with you? If you don't, let me
yeah,
tell y'all something. Let me tell you something. This ain't got nothing to do with stealing, but it is the way it is. You ain't got to like nobody. You ain't
exactly.
got to put up with nobody's shit. You ain't got to have nobody talk to you any kind of way. You ain't got to do that for your job, for your family, for the girl you love. That shit don't go
Yeah,
like that. You have to
yeah,
because the reality is that like I say all the time, your feelings are your feelings. That being said, I'm gonna show you how I feel. If I don't
hmm
like somebody, you don't have to like somebody, and they don't have to like you. That's our problem. We want people to like us. We want people not to look at us a certain way. I don't give a fuck how you look at me.
that's me too.
But I don't
That's
care. I don't care.
that's me too.
If I don't like
Because
somebody, y'all ever seen paid attention to me? Pay attention to my face when we somewhere where I don't particularly care about something she talking about. I'm like,
Hey, Rico, what you about to say?
cause she'll pan over there, she'll go, and Lisa, and I go, you ain't got
You
that's
know, what,
it's the same thing with trolls and thumbs down and fucked up comments. That's cool and all, but you only showing how stupid you are. You're not bothering me because if I don't like somebody,
that
I don't do that.
that this whole YouTube thing, because I've been on YouTube since 2010, so I kind of know how the troll thing go. So it don't really bother me. It's just real people in my real life that just
And
be
you need
like,
to cuss them the fork out. You need to do that shit of the whisper so they'll think you crazy, so they won't come back to you no more.
So he'd
'Cause
be like this. Hold on, he'd be like this. I hate your ass.
no, that's not how you do it. No.
like
Raphael, let
okay,
me be you.
No.
Raphael, let me be you for 10 days. I bet I get everybody
Oh,
together.
God, everybody dead.
because let me tell you this story time real quick. So my provider who provides my care and we had a conversation about me sitting outside of my house every time I get home from school because it's a rights violation. So this is what he told me to do. He said, anytime you are sitting outside of your house, period, I don't care what time it is, 1, 2, 3, call me. So one day I get home from school, I call the manager, and I'm like, I'm on my way home, blah blah blah. He said he was on his way. I keep calling him back to back to back. By this time is by this time I kept calling him. It was 11 o'clock, and I'm gonna be honest. I got frustrated. So me, I called Robert and I said, "Listen, I'm sitting outside. My manager is not here yet, and can you just come in and let me know?" Now, my provider, he don't stay that far away from me. So he came, got me in the house, and the manager, he showed up. And he was like, he looked at me, and I could just tell on his face what this was about to turn into, Lisa and DC. I saw on his face what this was about to turn into. So we got in the house, and he was like, "Why would you call Robert?" And da da da. I was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, I just sat there like, dude, you had me sitting outside waiting for 2 hours. 2 hours. You were supposed to beat me here. Do you get that? And I got so mad and them start arguing and go back and forth to the point I was just like, man, just come put me in the bed. I don't have time for all this arguing because this is what's going to happen. Either you're going to stop arguing with me or I can call Robert. Either one. We can do this any way you want to do it. Like, and at that point, and he never, and I promise you, ever since then, he never did that to me.
See,
But beforehand, he used to do that to me all the time, and we just and that whole but and before that even happened, we had just had a meeting about me not sitting outside of my house because cars be coming by, they be concerned, and I was just like, okay.
Well, see, that's had the manager involved in, and the guy don't like that, so he knows that you have common sense to call the dude, when the guy just doing whatever you think you want to do, so he got the manager involved.
The owner of the company.
Yeah, so he knows
that the manager, he was the one that was 2 hours late. Because it was his shift. But I got the owner of the company involved.
Like your people's at your job.
How they feel like
come here when they want to. All right, guys, we're gonna close this out because we gotta go support. So
hold on 1 second. I gotta almost last thing what Asia said. Don't go low, respect yourself, yes, but they expect you to go low. They expect you to say some black slang, and that's why they try to intimidate us, but no weapon formed against us shall prosper. You're right, Asia. And you can do that with normal people. But some people do not care about, some people are very self-centered. So the high road doesn't always work for them. The reality is that 9 times out of 10, yes, I can sit up there and I can ignore somebody. But that one time, oh yeah, I'm going to get you. Because the reality is, but no, here's the thing. 90% of the time, don't give people what they want. And that's your attention. They want your attention. They want you to be upset. They want you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
However, it gets them when you don't do that. But there are those people who the world revolves around them. So what we do doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what road we take. It don't matter where we go. It don't matter how we get.
Mm-hmm.
What even our bad, I mean, they don't look at you as anything. Sometimes you have to let people see you. And sometimes in seeing you, they need to hear you. I don't care if I'm just a bartender, you the manager, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. But one time, this is your one and only time. Now I won't do it in the front of people, but I will cuss your ass out in the back of the house. You're not gonna be a customer and come talk to me in no kind of way because you think I'm beneath you. I'm gonna nip that in the bud. You feel free to go over there where somebody lets you talk out through all of them. But then the rest of the time, now you got things where you should ignore them. You should ignore them.
Yep.
All they want you to do is to say something. They want you to say something. They want you to be upset. They want you to cry. They want you to do this. They want you to do that. However, there are those people who think they are so high and mighty, who think they are so much above you, who think they are so much better than you.
Yep.
That you are irrelevant. Show them how relevant you are. That's why I say don't raise your voice. Don't do it in front of nobody. That's the first thing. That's the first rule of this. First rule of Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. You don't do it in front of nobody. That's not why. If I'm pissed off with you, I'm not gonna call a conference and then show out on in front of them. Right. That's just how I am, because I ain't mad with everybody. I'm mad with you and I need to get that shit straight.
Yeah, pull him to the side because I had to do that to my boss. I had to pull him to the side because I didn't agree with what he was doing. So.
Yeah, because Now I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I cussed out managers wherever I was at. When I first started working in restaurants.
I can believe it.
When I first started doing it, because I don't know if anybody's never worked in a restaurant. That is one of the most stressful customer service jobs you can have. because you have to deal with hundreds of different attitudes all day long, every day, and your money is dependent upon those hundreds, sometimes thousands of different attitudes. And you don't understand how petty people can be about a hamburger or about a French fry or about a penny. I had a man sit up there and wait. I was in the weeds. It was Friday night. I had 10 tables. I was about to have it. I don't know what the hell. I was running. I was just standing in the middle of the floor doing circles. I didn't know where the hell I was going. I see this man at my table who I done cashed out. And I go up there when I have time to ask him, "You all right? Do you need anything?" I was waiting on my change. I'm like, that's your change. Oh, it's missing a penny. Oh, okay.
That is so petty.
Okay. I walked away. Eventually got his ass up. I was not going back over there for a penny. My manager was like, he said you stripped him a penny. I'm like, bitch, give him a penny.
That's so petty.
Damn penny.
Like over 1 penny. What is that? What can you do with a penny?
Like I said,
you can't even buy the little penny candies.
So back then, I probably would have thrown a penny at him. Back then.
I had somebody.
Then, now I wouldn't do no crap like that. But back
then, you had a little.
Right
there was this girl that me and my roommate trained. She's a little bitty white girl. She's a little bitty thing. She had a lot of attitude though. We would look at her and go, "Bless her little heart." Okay. So we are sitting there rolling silverware. She come back in. She go, "Hey." We said, "Yeah." She said, "Can I ask y'all something?" Sure. She said, "Do you think I get fired?" What you do? She said, "Well, this man left me a penny as a tip, so I followed him in the parking lot, flipped the penny at him, and said, 'Fuck you, buddy.'" I said, "Did you don't tell on yourself if he don't come back, but if for future reference,
don't do that.
Don't
do that.
Somebody in the parking lot and flip a penny at him and say, 'Fuck you, buddy.'" But but yeah, I mean, I believe in the high road agent. I really do. But sometimes you got to take the lowest road possible because that's all they understand. Some people don't understand subtlety. Some people do not understand grace. All some people understand is gutter, and sometimes you got to get in the gutter with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
And then go back to being classy. Now, I'm not saying stay in the gutter, but don't be so classy. Your ass can't kick them shoes off and get down and get dirty with anybody else, because that's when people start taking advantage of you.
Yeah, I experienced it, and I'm 24, but I think that's just a cancer trait in me. Cancer.
I mean, it might be, baby, but sometimes you can't. I understand, but it's okay. And here's the thing: however you handle the situation is fine. That's how you handle your situation. You have to do what you have to do. You can't do what I do, and I can't do what you do. But if you can adapt some stuff, don't let them folks worry you. Shit.
Yeah, because you got because sometimes I just be wanting to be like, what? Like in my mind, I be thinking like, okay, but don't nobody like to see when I go to the gutter part of myself. Because at that point, I done lost.
Well, see, that's why you have to go to the gutter a little sooner, so you won't lose it. You gotta be able to dip your toe in the gutter, and then run on back out and go back to be classy. It's just like anything else. You got a corporate voice and you got a hood voice. Exactly. That's what it is. And to be a full person, you got to have a lot of different things about you. But we got to stop letting people take advantage of us. Anybody.
All right, we're going to close this out. Leilani, you got anything last to say to the audience before we go? Some type of quote, something?
No.
You, Rico?
Nah.
Y'all just stay away from Rico.
Happy Mother's Day. I don't see half of y'all.
Rico got bullets and getting in nerve gas. Shit.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, close it out, baby.
All right, y'all. I would like to thank my beautiful panel of awesome people. Leilani's Kitchen. Rico Bizarre Food.
Pow, pow, pow.
The Terminator.
Pow, pow, pow.
and Raphael.
Thank you.
Baby. So thank you all for joining the panel. I know this is a little short one, but we're going over to Soulful Tea. So everybody who's in this live needs to go to that live. So that's where we going right now.
Who is that?
Soulful Tea.
Soulful Tea.
Yeah, she playing bingo.
So,
Soulful Tea.
So yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Hold on.
Okay, I know who she is.
Oh.
Soulful Tea. I'm subscribed to Soulful Tea actually. Well, I should have got the notification.
Wait a minute, is that the same lady who used to be on what's her name's channel?
Which one? She does
what Paula?
I don't know.
Do she cook?
Yeah.
This is the cash cow. $sign.
All right, we about to go.
All right, yeah.
Because that name rings a bell.
Yeah. All right. So thank you guys so much for doing this. Thank everybody for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button for me. Hit it on the replay. If you got
and I'm definitely gonna rewatch this.
You got any comments? Hit me up down below and let me know what you want. Let me know what you don't like, what you do like. You know how it goes.
There's a link.
Yeah, that's her.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video, you guys you can join us. Thank you again. I want to thank my panel. I want to thank all my mods. I want to thank all my bomb squad. I love you guys so much. Thank you, and we'll see you later. Bye, y'all.
Yeah. Coming in, yeah. Flex, I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who will run it win, yeah. Thinking I'm gonna tell it again, yeah. State your name. Big don't go flame.
Thank you, Ray-Lo.
Switch the lanes.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Oh, just got at 7, baby. You gotta do that too. I set that up.
Swimming shaking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip, I tossed it out with big bags coming, coming in. Yeah, flex, I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby.